These are the best highlights from all the quarterfinal matches of the day at the 2024 Esports World Cup.
And Iron is also really good. Here comes Canyon, level 4. I feel like 369 should know this timing, but he is on the wrong side of the fight. As he does have his flash, will he even bother to use it is the question. That's a big shield, but now he's going to go for the flash. Lands that Q on a boat and maybe a chance, but no, it will be first blood over to Canyon on the Karthus already.
Tian is doing Dragon bottom side. Well, the one big thing here about what's going to affect this matchup is that Keen is going to itemize against the Mordekaiser into double 80 carry, so he's not going to actually be as tanky against attack damage as he would otherwise be in the early game here. So something to keep in mind, just maybe the Merc treads to start and then he swaps over, but even still, that is going to actually impact how he will be able to fight some of these early to mid-game fights. So one small edge they will get on that top side, and they will get some additional resistances, of course, from this first Mountain Drake as well. Hens wants to try to make a play here potentially, but there's just no angle. Turret shot would have been a huge, meanwhile.
Yeah, that's going to be a lot, but that is into the Nautilus as, okay, that didn't hit anyone from Paze. As now the flash stun comes in, and Paze has to flash away, as once again, Top Esports doing a huge amount of damage to the Gen.G bottom lane, looking to take down Paze, but they will not be able to, as Mako, oh no, he is solo, and the kill comes through. Paze, he turns it around with the help of Canyon, as they step just one step.
And he's going to be able to help take away at least one of these grubs, as I don't know if Top Esports should really look to fight this. Keen rotating over with the TP.
Yeah, I mean, 369, he's just in there by himself, and yes, he is in the death chamber trying to take down Lehens, and he should be able to. Can he be punished afterwards is the question, as a knockup comes through. The all-out not ready, though, for Keen, and now Arut comes down onto Keen. He's got to flash away. Way too many members here of Top Esports. They weren't expecting this much pressure as Cream. He's like, oh yeah, that's Cassante. I'm not going to be able to kill him, but it is Top Esports that get a minor win here in the top river. So looking for a bit more, actually. Mako going in once again, making a huge impact on this first pick, Leona. As well, Wolf, the Fighting Wolf.
Game changer, bought a ton of time for Top Esports. Those additional stats he picked up after he took Lehens out as well. And Keen, a bit far forward here.
He is still Cassante. He might actually kill Mako, but no, it is just going to be the pull in from the Mordekaiser. And that is, you can take it. And that should be a win over at Top Esports.
And in these types of moments, too, if you don't have the control of that choke point, if you don't have the ability to set up some damage, Canyon isn't going to be able to do a whole lot unless he has, again, the ability to get forward and poke, but there's just so many ways to shut him down, burst him down when you don't have that advantage. Your Felios isn't quite online yet. He was late to the party, decides to go mid. They will grab that Hextech Dragon. It is going to be an Ocean Soul. The turret, though, is going to go down here quickly, and this is why I'm on the Tristana side of the Tristana Corki, how quickly she can blow these up. Now, in return, Chovy will get it done by himself, had a bigger wave down. It's going to be dropped, and Keen probably just going to have to use that second teleport I was mentioning here. If he walks down super slow, as we do have a fight up here.
Lehens, once again, in the death chamber, has to throw down that death charge. And it is going to delay enough so that 369 won't stick around, knowing that there's a big Gen.G presence in the top side of the map. But there's still this huge push down on the bottom side for Top Esports. They should be able to get this inner turret unless Keen can do something about it.
Yeah, and Keen decides not to teleport to stop the outer push either. No rotation down as they try to make a play top side but fail. So yes, Chovy gets one turret, but they get two out of the Herald. And the really
is the game. I do personally favor Gen.G. I do think that their front line on the top side, or rather for Top Esports, not that great. Although this stun is going to be huge onto Canyon. He has to flash away, and now he's in a lot of trouble. He's just going to try to die here and throw down the Requiem maybe. As there it is. It should be a lot of damage, but eventually the redemption comes in. Everybody's topped up, and now Top Esports thinking about where they want to go from here.
Here, but ends up being punished, and yes, they can try to take out this mid turret, but it is going to be in exchange for the second dragon. And even that mid turret, I mean, still relatively healthy here, is something that Gen.G can't get. And with that outer down, there's no value to be found in a side lane. Can't even punish the lack of teleport here for 369. And once again, Top Esports play this painfully.
Trying to take a start the Baron, and that's going to be the start of the Baron. Gen.G say, okay, we've got enough value here. let's just go for it. And take a look at the positioning right now of Cream and Jackie Love. They're not here as the TP is available for Cream, but will they actually go for it? It just comes down to a smite fight as it goes to the Corki. Toby will take it down, and now the fight going the way of Gen.G as 369. He's got Lahens in the death chamber, will be able to take him down, and Mako is going in, trying to open this one up, but he is being shredded down. But now a lot of low health bars here on the side of Gen.G. We're looking for Top Esports to jump on in. Cream looking for a bit more, but they're only going to get the one kill for now. As long as they avoid the grab, that is going to do it. It is 4.
And this is where the lack of engage here outside of Leona becomes a huge problem for Top Esports. Their jungler can't do much, and Top Esports don't have a flank teleport top that can actually make a huge impact. We saw what happened last time. 369 tried to teleport flank, didn't work out too well.
It's a lot utilized by Gen.G. They have to back away.
If you don't have Pry, you can just kind of leapfrog your way forward with these brushes, and if Gen.G can't see you, they can't hurt you. Here comes the Requiem.
And it's going to throw that down. Already a nice amount of damage. Now they're engaging on the Mako, who does have to get away. The smite does go to Tien, so that's a second Ocean Drake now to the side of Top Esports as 369 gets on the Toby and puts him in the death chamber. Meanwhile, the fight is going on to Mako. So much damage into Leona, but that's amazing for Top Esports as Mako will survive. The trigger seed comes in for Jackie Love as he ease into the team and immediately dies. That is not what you want to see from Jackie Love.
Why in Jackie Love? Down he goes. Pays at full health as they try to chase him down here. Meanwhile, Keen?
They should be able to take down Keen. He is just way too low. Lahens and Pays being baited into this fight as well. Another hop comes forward, and Top Esports are winning this fight all the way. The shutdown goes to Cream, and that's
Cream
early.
Baits Gen.G in, and Cream now with 4 kills on this 3-item Tristana. They can take this Baron down with ease. If they time it right, which they absolutely will with the death timers here, they should be able to get 5 Baron buffs out of this. Gen.G, on the other hand, going to have to lick their wounds and return. It looked like a good fight for Gen.G at the outset, but unfortunately Chovy was not able to win. But man, this Tristana is too big to fail, it feels, Valdez.
Yeah, I mean, just able to do way too much in this game, just surviving. He's got Ivern brushes, he's got shields for days, he's got redemption. Right now, Top Esports trying to collapse here onto Keen, who is quite tanky. But I think with the amount of damage they have, it should be enough, as he's just going to be caught out and down he goes. And Top Esports getting so much value out of this Baron buff. Still 5 seconds left. Looking to push in, and we have the Ocean Drake. It's the Ocean. I mean, look at the vision control. Like, we can't even see it. Gen.G can't even see the brushes. But now they're like, okay, well, we got this part. How about the next part? As they put down a wall, that's really going to help. But eventually that does go away, as they're just being poked out all the while. They can't get into this one. It's Ocean Soul over to the side of Top Esports. They get the flash out of Canyon as well. Mako will definitely.
For these objectives, it forces Gen.G to buy their own, to clear forward through brushes. And look at the damage here onto this turret. They're looking for an inhibitor. Look, level 18 Tristana, and so safely take this one out. Chovy is going to head back here to help defend, but the damage has been done.
Damage has absolutely been done. That is a big wall onto multiple members of Top Esports, but
Daisy.
Well, it's a blind hook, and they're going to find Mako. That is a lot of damage into the Leona, as Mako is going to go down. Lahen's a second time going to hook the turret, as now they're looking for a bit more. The Q3 is going to miss. That's the hook onto the Mordekaiser. That's now in the death chamber. Lahen's in a lot of trouble, but you see Joby, the rest of the team trying to get in the back line. It's not going to happen, and this Mordekaiser is insanely huge, as they will also get the Cassante, and that is that front line that they were looking for. Pays is too low. Cream is jumping into the fight. He is jumping into the base, looking for the end of this game, and I think Top Esports will get it right here.
I think they absolutely will. A dominant performance here. Requiem will delay the inevitable. Not even. Chovy trying to do his best to clear this wave here. Cannon still alive. Good flash.
Yeah, he is trying to stay alive. I mean, this wave was not cleared, though, and that is going to be the end of it. As the wave even coming in from the bottom side. Top Esports, a huge first game win.
Morris, you know, throwback to what we saw a lot in the LCK a few seasons ago. Guma and Keria playing that pick quite a bit, but
trying to coming in here, he's going to get that control ward down. They are looking to dive Keen, but Keen is full health, so especially with exhaust, I think it might be difficult, but let's see how this one does go. Gold card held, and the exhaust not going to be utilized. Just stuns the Rumble, but that is not going to be enough, and Tien just tanks it up perfectly. It's
there. It's not going to be enough of a slow to actually prevent the take as Canyon's trying to go for the stop.
He's going to get in there, but he finds himself in a 1v2. He has to flash away, and he misses the Sonic Wave as a stun potentially to come through, but maybe on cooldown or out of range. And Tien and 369 Tien's going to just start up the Dragon himself, knowing that Canyon is nowhere in the vicinity. And they have the push on bottom, so should be the Hextech Dragon going the way of top esports. Gen.G get 3 Void Grubs. As now Canyon, no flash. He's going to get over the wall. 369 doesn't have flash himself, but Canyon in a very awkward spot.
Team does have ult available here, doesn't necessarily need it.
Let's go gold card, but Canyon is just dead. Yeah, there's just no way to get out of there. It just gets caught by 369.
Even despite Chovy's advantages here, it's only 100 and, some odd gold that Chovy is ahead, and he's not under any kill pressure, so he doesn't care.
Uh-oh, Chovy no flash. He is just dead. Just gonna get Sejuani ulted to the face, and Lahen's nowhere for him to go either. He's got a flash himself, but the damage comes through, and the Phosphorus Bomb picks up a double kill for Cream.
No flashes, no summoners expended out of top esports for the play.
Yeah. It's just the value of this composition shown very early on. I mean,
speaking of,
you get one pick. Chovy's is dead again. I mean, there's nowhere for him to go. He doesn't have flash. Lahen's like, well, sorry, buddy. Nothing I can do. I didn't block the arrow, and you're just sports just showing an incredible performance in game number 1. I do agree. But here in game number 2, Gen.G are also not having a great one as Lahen's trying to get the flanker on JackeyLove, but he's just going to pick up the kill, and maybe he does go down.
TP as well, like JackeyLove maybe saved here.
Yeah, I mean, the kicks should come out as JackeyLove will be in a lot of trouble. Can they trade anything back? Yeah, Lahen's is going to go down. This is still a one-team fight for top esports, rather.
Yeah. The way that top esports played, how impressive they were in game 1, Gen.G fans definitely feeling a little bit stressed.
Yeah, and top esports, incredible first game, but now they're playing an incredible second game. They have so many tools to do it. JackeyLove, immediate cleanse. Very nice, Captain Jack himself. He's just going to get out of there. The poke is coming down, and top esports just weighing their options here. Now they're just going to throw everything into the Leona. They take him down, and that'll be huge. As yes, the Dragon does go the way of Gen.G. Tien. He's going to flash away. Cream has to do so as well. Finally, Gen.G get
losing lane Twisted Fate into the Rumble, and it's all been because Tian put the pressure up there. Mako went up and put the pressure up there.
Fortunately, that's the way it goes, right? The TF falls behind, and then he's like, well, I'm just a 80 carry that's behind against a super fed Rumble. What do? I just sit back and try to farm and try to catch up, but he's not going to have an impact in this game for a very long time. And
if at all.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about how top esports, if they don't fall behind in lane, they just have the God comp, and well, it's the God comp. Just kind of sending it in. It's now Tien. Okay, bit of a mistake. He's going to get in there. He is incredibly tanky. And you know what? He doesn't give a damn at all, as he is going to live through all the damage of the 3 members of Gen.G. And he survives with 14 health, as he does get over the wall as well. I thought maybe he was going to die at the very end. As Cream in a very rough spot does get shut down by Pays, but man, top esports are really clapping him now. And there, he's just hanging out in bot lane. He's like, I'm just getting fed, guys. I have enough kills. So you guys can maybe get some kills. As now, very nice stun here on a JackeyLove, but the Braum trying desperately to hold the door. As the gold card does come down, Mako in a bit of trouble himself, has to flash away. And finally, Gen.G do get one pick, but again, still very far behind, looking for a bit more, trying to get this mid-outer turret as top esports are pushing bot.
Bottom inner here, going to go down.
It's actually going to be excellent for their composition, just finding more and more clean engages. Denying movement speed from the side of Gen.G as well is going to be extremely important, as it does look like Mako is going to drive this straight into the turret. And he is Braum, should be totally fine here. And Tien over the wall, looking for an angle. Lahen's only level 7, and again, they're gonna get on top of Lahen's, but they do dive under the turret, but it does not matter. The damage does not get traded by Gen.G, as that is just going to be a
stun, burn. Down they go, down goes the turret. And top esports, and when you have this much map control, you can just sit on Raptors. We've seen so many Sejuani's to this. Canyon's done it a million times. You can see Leona, Lahen's positioning there. Perfect for what?
Out of scratch, and top esports, once again, it's just back to clearing vision, taking control over the Baron pit, and you know what? Maybe it's just killing Lahenza along the way. Might just be able to do that under the turret as Lahenza is alone. He's just going to be taken out. Nobody on the side of Gen.G can help him.
The spread too thick. Jovi has to go bottom to deal with the waves down there. They're missing so much farm. If he's not there, he's the one who's got TP. That True Shot Barrage is a nice boon here for Gen.G. Some extra damage launched in, but no vision.
Oh boy, yeah, they just don't have vision. Somebody has to face check. Canyon is barely going to live. A lot of damage coming out from Jovi and from Jovi as everybody's low here on the side of top esports. Another equalizer is going to hit that back line, and now Cream just flashes forward, looking to get it. And you know what? I think the wallets are just way too large here on the side of top esports as Cream. Jeez, man, he almost went down as well. As the snipe is going to come in, Toby takes out Cream.
Snap of it enough. Cream just narrowly thought he escaped, but the snipe comes through from Chovy. Top esports turn their focus now to Cloud Soul Point on the bottom side of the map, and Gen.G just not in a position to trade for Baron. They don't have vision control of the Baron pit.
Yeah, they're just way too far behind to even consider that. And, you know, I think the damage, they have enough money, so it's working out as this arrow. Ooh, nice dodge from Chovy, but he might still go down as Mako's got this angle here. Let's see if he can land this ult. No, Chovy's still in a lot of trouble, and he will be going down here. Chovy a little bit too greedy up there in the top lane, and immediately he will be punished for it.
That was on while
Nice dodge from Chovy, but he might still go down as Mako's got this angle here. Let's see if he can land this ult. No, Chovy's still in a lot of trouble, and he will be going down here. Chovy a little bit too greedy up there in the top lane, and immediately he will be punished for it.
That was on while life Chovy moment there. Just so much greed. You've got to farm. You've got to get out there on the map. But unfortunately, can't dodge everything. As Pay's looking for a pick.
Yeah, he's trying to do something, but the arcane shift forward as now Lahen's trying to peel for him. The cleanse comes through. The True Shot Barrage, though, is going to hit the door as immediately we are going to lose one of our members here. Looks like Lahen's will go down. Keen is split pushing in mid somehow as all of this is happening. Now he's going to be chased away by the Rumble. And
Canyon looking for a steal.
Yeah, he does have access to this pit, funnily enough, as top esports. Not a lot of health here, but still just tanking this one down. Canyon is going to be pushed away as he is desperate to try to get into the pit, but immediately he does get taken down. That is a Baron on 5.
Inner, he's so close to it too. Ranged minions left. I think he will get it. Meanwhile, Pay's in trouble over here. Will actually be able to put the pressure on, try to stop some recalls, but he's in danger.
Pay's is just, he is desperate to do anything in this game, and you see Gen.G playing kind of guerrilla warfare here. They're trying desperately to find whatever picks they can, but it is just not working.
I mean, this game,
esports get more.
This game feels so doomed, but I gotta say, Gen.G doing the best they can with one hand tied behind their back.
Now, well, Chovy's dead again. Not much he can do about this as the ult is going to hit them in the face, and Mako doesn't really care. And then
26 minutes. I mean, they are practically getting Harlem Globetrotted here by top esports, but in the last few moments, they've given it their best effort. Got some bounty gold, denied the Baron twice, but ultimately it's still top esports. It's Canyon the insect.
Canyon, he's gonna find Jackie Love. That is a massive pickoff here as the push was coming in, and they're kind of lulled into a false sense of security. Canyon's just gonna take down Jackie Love just like that, but he will be taken down himself, I think, although he will flash away, and they only get the inhibitor turret.
And not a true
wait for the nice angle to engage. As now the arrow comes out. This is everything into Lahen's, but their wallets are just so huge. And Gen.G, they just leave him to die as Lahen's still alive, though. Is going to survive in this one as now the Sejuani ult comes out. That's not going to have any follow-up either as now Pays over the wall. The arcane shift as he is doing a ton into TM, but eventually he should be punished. He is so low on health as Pays is desperate to do whatever he can in this team fight.
Yeah, trying to get his True Shot Barrage back, queuing this dragon, doing anything he can. I mean, the health bars of top esports pretty low. Chovy running out of mana very quickly here, but this is looking good for Gen.G.
It is kind of insane. This should be going the way of top esports, and in fact, they will get the Cloud Soul, and Lahen's is once again tanking everything
so low.
They are very low as Pays once again trying to just E forward, trying to find
big shields off in that fight, being a secondary support here, keeping his team alive so Lahen's can heal back up as top esports using this Cloud Rift to look for a pick.
So fast. They are just sprinting at Lahen's, and maybe finally they will kill this darn Leona as they finally
It felt like the last time.
the reverse legendary wolf, it returns. And
Yeah.
you know, top esports, I couldn't believe that they haven't already won this game. But maybe now they will put an end to this one. They don't even have the Baron buff. 20 minutes, or rather 20 seconds, until the Baron will spawn. The top esports are looking for 2 inhibitors before they go for that objective.
Yeah, I think they should be able to get it here. Jackie Love firing away. Chobi has to deal with these cannon. Vision control, as you can see, totally blind right now. Gen.G, a trinket to spot the Baron. Here we go.
And the ult is going to be thrown into that backline. The equalizer is huge value, but Lahen's once again taking everything up. He will eventually fall. Cream is unstoppable. The True Shot Barrage hits as they're looking for any opportunity. Anybody on the side of Gen.G.
Remember, too, Gen.G have those super minions barreling down. They're on a timer here.
They're just going to run at them. The flash comes forward, and I think Top Esports finally get the fight as Pays will go down. Toby doesn't have any hope, any mana to do much as they only get paid.
Jackie Love will also secure this scuttle. Gen.G, Chobi, their main damage dealer in this one, unable to be anywhere near that pit. He's got great wave clear, and they will be able to manage the top lane. But you can see 369 is already prepping the mid.
Realize that they've messed up. They have found out. And they're like, wow, Top Esports a great team. They're trying so hard to come back in this game, but it's a little bit too much. The wallets are just massively heavy as Top Esports are pushing right through the front door, right down in the bottom lane. And that is going to be the third inhibitor going down. Wave, and they're waiting on that one last Nexus turret to try to take this game down, but it is not looking very good.
Hands is back up.
Esports.
One Hail Mary.
They're not leaving. So I think eventually they will take down this Nexus turret, but a lot of respect being shown from Top Esports. That's the arrow. They find Canyon, and eventually this front door will come down. Top Esports, they will throw the narrative out the window, and they say, we are the better team tonight, and we will take the 2-0 over Gen.G.
A brick in the golden road.
Being able to create all of these brushes. Just sad that there's no Rengar for the true Ivern synergistic pick, but that you can't.
This is another opportunity for him to just pump out the deeps.
I mean, Cassiopeia is basically an 80 carry that does magic damage, let's be honest.
Yep.
You just press a different button in order to do it. Is okay. Boosty already taking a lot of damage. Yike coming in, and that is going to be first blood already at 3 minutes into the game. Yike going to collect it, and G2. And here on this top side of the map, Boosty going to be able to grab a stun, gets the flash out from Yike as well. Definitely not wanting to stick around. It looks like Inspired should be able to grab these grubs. There's the second one as well. Bwipo coming down, utilizing that lane control that he's picked up, and that's all three. Can they find a team fight as well? Those rocket jump in. Quad is going crazy. And Caps trying to get himself out of that. Impale very back home. And yes, G2 have picked up first blood, but here could be another opportunity for FlyQuest as Caps trying to get himself out of there. The Q gonna miss that from Inspired. And the burn is gonna come in, and Brand is on the board. Mystic Shot or anything like that right now. Looks like it's just gonna be a Dragon consideration as Bwipo doing a fair bit of work up here. Last time we checked in, the Gragas was doing a great job as G2 looking to even the score when it comes to these grubs in response to the first Dragon of the game. And FlyQuest actually with a fair bit of control as far as picking up these neutrals and staying in it. In series yesterday.
Yeah, that is fair. But this is definitely one right now where G2 Esports are going to be the ones starting off the Herald, and it doesn't look like there's going to be any response whatsoever from FlyQuest. This was the perfect opportunity for them to dirty the waters, get a couple of those kills, get a couple of those opportunities for team fight, but none of that's going to be coming through. And the big thing you always got to ask is when one team gets an objective, what is the other team doing with the...
True. And it's going to be spawning now. We have the Rift Herald spawning in the river, just back where she belongs. It's actually really cute. And she's going to run from home and try to take down this outer turret. That should be a thing, but FlyQuest are going to be able to trade it for this Dragon. And the extra gold for G2, I think they're going to be very, very happy with, right? Being able to build up a bit of tempo.
I don't know how many FlyQuest members are actually here.
Yeah, there is a sneaky little Mario, and there he comes. Quad diving on out. Caps taking a lot of damage, and there is the Tristana set. Quad going to be able to lock down that kill there as well. 1-0-1 for the Tristana. And unfortunately lost his mid laner a little bit too fast. Masu in this mid lane trying to deal with G2, looking to make a cross map. And it might still be possible. The slow not actually going to land on a Mickey X, though, as he finds the Glacial Fissure. And FlyQuest kind of thought they had an opportunity, but Inspire goes down before he can really do anything at all. And now G2 are trying to dive on him. The Impale is decent, but the Body Slam is better. And now the Teleport's coming in once again. Quad finally in the battle as Bwipo diving for Barrage, cuts them all down, and they don't even need need the brand to do the AoE because Quad and Masu are going bananas here in the mid lane. Caps finally respawning though, and can he do enough to try and get this one back as Yike is there to support?
FlyQuest to take another opportunity for a fight.
Well, Whippo, he's going to be driving towards Caps here. Does get the Valkyrie out as there's the Solar Flare. Stuns up the Corki. There's not a lot of damage, but I guess there is enough as Whippo. True Shot Barrage doesn't quite find the mark though as Quad.
They're just winning.
Shooting against Broken Blade. Yeah, over and over again. They're just not quite able to answer as Quad. He's going to say, yeah, you're going to push me away. I'll jump forward. Is now just looking for Broken Blade here. As now Whippo getting pushed away from the Banana Brush, but they still do have that ward in there. In fact, everyone with vision available. Quad moving on up, and with all of these extra brushes, it is a dangerous time here for G2. They're trying to set themselves up, though. They've got their brushes down. As Mickey X moving forward, the Impale is going to pull him out. That is going to be the Dragon picked up by G2, but can they keep themselves alive as the Redemption comes through? But it's a little too late, and they lose their support. Mickey's on the floor, and FlyQuest, yes, they lose the Dragon. They don't get to that soul point, but still... and that is looking dangerous. And that is that 2-item spike that we were talking about. One thing that we need to mention is the fact that FlyQuest really had an advantage. Oh, never mind. Masu tries to get out, and he's not going to be able to. The shutdown comes through. Inspired has to flash, and the outer turret is going to be taken. And in an instant, G2 just say, no, we have the control. Never you mind.
We got surprised about that just the same way that Masu fights getting those 3 kills. When Broken Blade shuts him down, they find a bunch of kills. They find some more going over on top.
Speaking of which, finds the double body slam. Quad able to get himself out of there, but the door is in position, and the flank angle from Caps is crazy. Still decent position for Quad, but they find him. Body slam comes through once again, and the shutdown comes in from the mid laner from G2. Whippo's out of there. There's the double kill for Caps, and all of a sudden, everything's on fire.
And the flanks now. Masu is still coming around to see if he can try and poke people off, but he's got to deal with so much. There's a mid lane turret that they could potentially get, but G2 taking the fights that we saw earlier, turning them on their head. Now they're going to be getting the Baron. Now they're going to be taking control of the map, and this might be that Harlem Globetrotting that we were looking at.
Yeah, this is a huge swing for G2. They are going to be able to take this one down. The Baron will be off the back end of this one. The Empowered Recall is going to be helping out, and at least they do manage to get this outer turret. Okay, Whippo is taking matters into his own hands, but I don't know whether it's a great idea. Knocked up by the Glacial Fissure and then knocked down.
Already routed. Inspired just had to turn around. Now they're looking for Broken Blade.
Yeah, that's a party cask there as Broken Blade should be going down here. Quad able to lock that one up and had the explosive charge there. Done Whippo in the top side, and this Baron buff is being used to take down one turret with all 4 members that are here. Gragas moving towards the mid lane to try and stop Quad. But if FlyQuest are able to get more, then it should be okay. But if they lose an inhibitor, it's probably not.
Interesting.
So we're going to be trading for the Dragon, and FlyQuest, your base is now exposed.
Yeah.
So 1 inhibitor, not end of the world, I guess. But if they lose a Nexus turret, it's really, really bad.
Here comes the teleports coming through from FlyQuest. They will get the Ocean Soul point, but they're not going to be finding a fight here at all. They do end up defending their Nexus turrets, but feels like a very brinksmanship kind of way of playing.
It's a little bit dark out there, as we can see. Mickey X slightly separated, and Whippo on a beautiful flank angle. Solar Flare going to immediately be cleansed, but that is now on cooldown. Oh, the Impale goes absolutely nowhere, and the door is fantastic. Whippo having to flash away as Caps back into the fight one more time. True Shot Barrage doing deadly damage, actually, as Fly 2 inhibitors in trade for a neutral. Joshi, I just don't think that is the right play.
This is definitely the spot where we see FlyQuest. They are trying to get every single one. They do end up getting the red buff, but they're going to be giving a mid lane turret for it.
Well, Quad is now back, so maybe FlyQuest are happy to fight as Inspired looking to try and set up. Great Cask is going to connect, but Inspired flashes away. True Shot Barrage finds Hans Sommer on that backline, but he's very safe. Masu, though, he gets on in there. Hans Sommer is in so much trouble, but he survived. Oh, there it is. It's Whippo that locks it down. And FlyQuest looking for Yike now getting chased down by the lawnmower, and we'll have to flash to get on over. He escapes, but Could this be FlyQuest now setting up for a Baron themselves? Or do they have to go back and protect their base? Or are they going to try and win the game? There are a lot of different options here.
They're trying to everything. They're looking for Caps on the top side right now. Cap's going to be blowing up. He's going to be away from the base defense. It's only
so much time, but Quad is at least able to take down the inhibitor in the mid lane, and that is a staggering of the backs there as well, with Caps going down so late for a second there, and then it was an Ivan and a Braum, so we weren't going to see a death or anything like that, as the Baron will be taken down. The Ocean Drake is up and available. Now, FlyQuest don't necessarily, I think the Baron, very important. And also, having the minions not destroy your Nexus is also somewhat important if they do want to win this game.
Yeah, a little bit surprised though. I feel as though they could have gotten both of those things with Cap still dead. True Shot Barrage not going to be getting the Miracle Steal, but team, that's when they make their move. They come and they get the damage down, and then they're able to chase Ike and Caps.
We got another team fight, another Impale going wide. There's a Glacial Fissure somehow avoided. That was narrow Whippo right there.
Narrow
Blade getting chunked. Remember, this is not a tanky Greg. It's got a cosmic drive. As yeah, Quad is just playing the PvE game here on the bottom side of the map. Inner turret will be taken down, and G2, I think they're gonna have to start protecting their base. There's the teleport to come on through, as thankfully does have that Bloodthirster now completed, so can get a bit of that health bar back, but you can see pushing them out, and Mickey X finds the Glacial Fissure, puts up the door as the Impale comes in. Solar Flare is fantastic, and Mickey is just cut down, and now FlyQuest are flashing forward the explosion, as Quad is going to be taken down on the back end, but they'll trade that for Caps, and Masu is still up. Hansama is surrounded, finds the net. It was decent, but they didn't kill the Ezreal. A triple kill for the young man from FlyQuest, and they might just walk
in this game, and he is doing it magnificently. 7-1-5 coming out for the young rookie, and FlyQuest are going to be getting the first game over G2. This is not the way I think anybody was expecting today to go. We already got 2 games from Top Esports, and FlyQuest now in pole position to try and knock EU out of the tournament.
And someone's got to check the time zones or something like that, because Orcs yesterday said that it was no longer going to be the 4th of July, but I'm sensing the freedom as FlyQuest does
Keep your frontline alive.
It's true. I mean, I feel like in the last game we had a firepower, we reached firepower parity. Now Inspired, looking to try and help Whippo get into that position. As walking behind the turret, there's the flash already. He's taken so much damage, though. That's going to be first blood, and maybe you just take it.
You end up just getting this trade, and you also get a map showcase where he is, which means Yike is uncontested.
Feels like FlyQuest are a little bit too far up as they do get into the mist. They avoid the crash down, but that is still so much damage that they're taking. The flash out does come through here from Masu. The snare is decent, and Whippo just grabs himself a shield, and here we find Mickey. I don't know about that one, but he does get the Shattering Strike off. And now Piercing Darkness is coming through, and FlyQuest keep themselves alive, although they don't hold on to the flash from Masu.
And Inspired is here. He was able to get the Krugs, and he's trying to turn this fight around.
Yeah, they're trying to keep him interested. The equalizer is too good, though. And maybe just feeling a little bit like they could bite off more.
Yeah, it's crazy. We got to start looking at it. We'll take a look at the post-game breakdowns for all the KDA, but G2, they are taking a little bit more control of the top side, giving themselves a very small lead across the board, but FlyQuest are still going to be the ones who end up getting a couple more of these grubs. And
Broken Blade playing pretty defensively as he clears out vision, but then looking for that face check. Twisted Advance comes on through, equalizer down, and Broken Blade's just walking on it, doing a whole bunch of work with that ultimate. But the Nature's Grasp coming on out. Whippo just standing in front of him. The flash comes in. Broken Blade down to about 3 health. Vault Breaker from Yike looked like he was trying to take down his teammate, but
stayed about the same spot for a long time. Uh-oh, Quad.
Yeah, I'm not sure about this one. Dawning Shadow comes down as Quad looks to get himself under the turret. He will do so. Inspired, can you get here in time to save your mid laner? The answer is yes, as they go too far, and FlyQuest take 2 under their turret. That was an insane teleport, but I guess Quad can say it was all planned.
I mean, that's exactly what we need to lead, but they're also going to be getting another neutral objective as they are starting to look for this Ocean Dragon. FlyQuest, I mean, it looks like we've had so many of these opportunities where there is a 2v2 or a 3v2 going on at one time, and then some global ult comes out, turns things around, Inspired is in exactly the right place. I can't wait to see it again.
Man, that was nutty. And just getting there in the nick of time as well. So they'll be able to secure the first Dragon of the game. That's going to be an Ocean. Now, see what G2's got to trade back here, because if it's back-to-back upset like 2 zeros today.
Oh, Hans,
I'm going to lose my mind. Okay, depth charge comes down. There's the flash. The hook is perfectly placed. As Quad comes in, that's a lot of DPS available. But Busio, he's just going to die. And Hans Sama, can he survive here as Quad's dead as well? So that's a 2-for-1 in favor of the young Varus underneath his turret.
That's the fourth one going through, and now FlyQuest have to be very careful because it looks like it's not done.
Yeah, flash crash down. There's a Magnet Storm as well as Inspired is just going to be put into the blender. Finds himself the twisted advance, and Yike will get taken down here by Masu, who's just underneath his turret, standing his ground. We had to get a bit of damage off towards Caps here, who's looking for that auto. There's the flash hook, gets the flash out of Caps. Actually, looking towards this top lane as it is going to be Caps taking that first turret of the game on the Tristan.
With the Maokai will be coming through. Now, I do have to talk about it. I don't talk about items a lot, but the opportunity. Got to be reading those patch notes, guys. It has so much less lethality now in the new patch for ranged champions than it was before. So maybe a little bit less damage than Masu was hoping to do off of this one, but still going to be building up all those souls. We'll still have plenty of power going through, and 10 seconds left until...
See, even Whippo just moving back towards the top side. He'll have that teleport at the ready. It's now FlyQuest move in, but this is just it. There's no way that they're going to be able to contest that dragon. Mountain. Shelly go for a bit of a ride. Unfortunately, crashes straight into the wall, which is not really what they wanted. Now the Magnet Storm is going to start off this fight for G2. The Dawning Shadow is trying to keep them alive, and Masu is just going to be taken out. Yike will be destroyed as well, though, so a 1-for-1 trade. And now Puepo, can you keep Inspired alive? The answer's no, and it's a double kill for the Rumble. Yeah, a little bit of missed driving there on the side. And that Leandri's, like you were talking about, has been picked up here by Whippo, and you could see it mows down these minion waves, so he's able to defend against Caps decently well. But now Quad moving up towards the top side to try and protect Whippo. Dawning Shadow looking to try and save him as well, but it's not quite going to work out. The Nature's Grasp comes in, Quad is going to be taken out, and there's the Twisted Advance. Inspired, he's able to at least kill one, and now the Root's going to connect onto Mickey. Inspired's dead though, and it's still a one fight for G2 as they're also able to take down the turret.
A 3-for-2.
Buttons ready to be pressed as Whippo will find Broken Blade for the minute, and he's not able to quite tank it as well as he used to as the Equalizer comes down, and there goes the Udyr. He runs around a whole lot, but other than that, it's hasn't been a whole lot of much as he just finds the barbecue and unfortunately puts his face on it. So now the first Mountain Drake going to be taken here by G2. Should be able to secure that very comfortably, but FlyQuest not going to give up without taking something themselves, and the depth charge going to come on through as well as Quad does a whole bunch of work. Now Caps, can he actually help grab this kill is the question. Is Mickey a little bit too far forward? Yike looking for an opportunity, but the Vault Breaker does not work, and he does get snared by Busio on his way past. This Nautilus playing beautifully, but now Masu is off on the wrong side, and Caps will just shoot him where he stands still. They're able to take down Broken Blade, and this fight is all over the place as Rocket Jump from Caps will get...
is too low to really come over whatsoever. He'll try and jungle privilege his way back up to some reasonable HP, but it looks like Caps is just going to have to go for the mid lane turret here, and FlyQuest, like you said, a very chaotic fight, but they should be able to pick up this Baron buff, and we'll see what they can do with it.
I'm absolutely baffled, but now Yike is coming in. He's here at exactly the right time, but the saplings were there. And he gets the ward in, but that's just to watch the Baron go down as Mickey's going to get hooked. He's a little bit further forward than the rest of his team as Busio, he may have to be the sacrificial Big Daddy, and he will be taken down. Cap's going to grab yet another kill. 4-2-5 now on the... He might be in his pajamas, but they look like running close to me as Bwippo on that inner turret. He might just come on over and look to try and take down Broken Blade. He gets the slap, and there's a Twisted Advance. The Bramble Smash is decent as the Dawning Shadow comes in, but the Piercing Arrow is so strong, and Busio goes for a Buster Shot right, and now Hans Sommer's just free hitting. Busio will be taken down. It's a double kill for the Varus, and it's I throw you catch here in this game.
And it's a negative Baron power play coming up from FlyQuest with so many members looking for Broken Blade.
Yeah, Broken Blade completely out of flash, and I think he's really, really dead. Yep.
Very dead.
I'm not a prophet, but I got that one right.
Atlas
as inner turret will be taken in mid and top lane, and I imagine that if I was Broken Blade, I would be saying whether they can get it together and look for this next fight as the Dragon has spawned and G2 right in position to collect themselves a soul point. And FlyQuest moving towards an empty Baron pit at this point in time, not feeling like they have any right to be heading on over and contesting.
Western go, as we do have a Baron getting actually started up.
Yeah, it is. And Caps is down here by himself. And this Baron is going down extraordinarily low. With Mickey looking for that turn, though. Caps is able to even take one down in the 1v. It's a double kill. He kills both of them. Never you mind. And now FlyQuest are being routed on the other side because, of course, it's a 4 versus 3. Busio now, yes, he's relatively tanky, but I don't think he's going to be able to survive this one. No inner turret to run to. And it's going to take Yike a while, but he'll just punch, and then he'll punch and he'll ask questions later in those Vi quotes and things like that as he misses the Vault Breaker, and things are looking a bit yakety sacks.
It's
and
out.
That was weird.
That's a little bit weird. Ultimately, the Baron will be going over. I need to see a replay of what happened in the bottom lane because I was looking at everything in the top side of the map, and that means that Caps walks away with a double kill in the 1. We are on par for a 5th game of the day. We'll take another look at this one, and Caps get some damage down. That's a lot coming out from the explosive shot, and great job just dodging out of everything. Does he get another explosive? Yeah, he does, and it's the minions that are actually once you take him down.
Of the world, but it's getting closer as Busio really wants to get into depth charge range. Doesn't have
bottom
flash,
lane,
so won't be able to do so, as now it's Bwipo that's in trouble on the bottom side, and the rest of G2, they're just relying on the Caps global taunt, and they'll just win the game. Yes, congratulations. The Tristana is dead. Are you happy to trade her for a Nexus? I don't think they are, as the Magnet Storm comes in, and Mickey, he'll be taken down. It looks like this defense may work out, but it's a Nexus turret that is going to be destroyed here, as G2 are potentially even looking for more.
I mean, honestly, FlyQuest committed 2 teleports and 3 members towards the top side in order to just take down 1 player from the other side. This is so monumental of a lead coming through for G2 in this game. Yeah, it's a very tough position if you are a FlyQuest fan in this game, but now G2, they're lining up for potentially the last fight of the game. It will be a 5-on-5, and here's a teleport from Broken Blade.
Yeah, looking to make his way in. That's going to hold on to that minion there, as well as Equalizer comes down as soon as he gets there, but FlyQuest have the help of the turret, and the hook is going to connect as well. Broken Blade able to go golden to try and keep himself alive, and Caps has already taken down Busio with the explosive charge as he makes his exit. Remember what had happened earlier on? If this was a cooking show, this is what we prepared earlier. That dead inhibitor means that G2 can then move on over, take this one out. FlyQuest are distracted by the super minions, looking to bear down on their 1 remaining Nexus turret.
I mean, there's nowhere else for G2 to be at this point. Just got to continue pushing them. And Quad.
Oh dear. Quad's going to get jump scared and destroyed.
All right, next challenger.
Yeah, Bwipo turns up and he's like, oh, I'm going to run. And Udir's very good at that. Does have Ghost if he needs it. He does not, but he might use it now to try and join this fight. Masu just going to be eviscerated, and the wallets are getting real heavy. That is going to be the shutdown, so at least Hans Hammer is going to fall, but so is the Nexus turret. And Caps, he can decide to end the game if he would like to, but first, he has got some revenge to pick up from after game number 1. G2 now looking to even the scoreline here against FlyQuest in game number 2, and do it with style here a little bit as well, as G2 will take down the 2nd Nexus of the series.
Every single time one of these fights is actually going to start, and with the very limited crowd control that FlyQuest has access to, the passive for Broken Blade, a contest here for the Krugs.
Yep. Inspired is going to have a whole bunch of friends, though, as the Wall of Pain not quite doing anything at all. Defile comes in. He has tried to flash away, and then he's just dead. That is first blood. He's going to continue relentlessly shove these waves in. 2v2. Yeah, Arrow coming out of base here. And this is so dangerous. Arrow is going to connect. He kind of eats it with the slice there, which was pretty cool, but there is the kill going over to Broken Blade. Flash out from Busio, and the Requiem not really doing too much of anything at all. Wind becomes lightning. Busio gets under the turret, but they're looking to try and dive him anyway. Winter's Fight comes through, and that is the trade kill. Looking pretty fantastic there. Busio making the best out of it.
The ultimate get a little bit of money from the assist and the first strike, but will also be grabbing this Hextech Dragon for FlyQuest. And so even though the kills are starting to go in the favor of G2, FlyQuest are keeping themselves in a pretty good position in terms of the neutral objectives. However, the one big thing that we're looking at is this Mundo suddenly has 3 kills all of a sudden, Atlas.
Yeah.
We are going to be seeing this on
FlyQuest, I think, if they want to have any chance of doing any damage whatsoever. Some bouncing bombs coming in here as Busio looks to try and get the stun down. Hansama looking to turn it as best he can. There's a Mega Inferno Bomb, and the bouncing bomb going to be picked up
Like, great. Your slice and dice is on a longer cooldown than my Warmars.
Hansama in a little bit of a rough position here. Masu not finding all of the bombs, but it doesn't matter because Inspired has
Just enough damage in the explosive shot. Busio not going to be able to find anything there. We do have another Dragon and the Riptide spawning in about 40 seconds, and Mickey X does not have a lot of HP to play with.
Yeah, and now Busio might be in the wrong spot. Still a lot of damage, and he does get one back. Make that two! As the Phosphorus bomb just before Caps dives in. Still he's able to get the Leona, but that's a great team to come on over. It's going to be the Drake, though, started up here by G2, looking to even the score on that front. They should be able to do it without FlyQuest moving on in, as they are at least hovering around the area, but no vision available, and a little bit too dangerous to try and face check. Busio was on vision there momentarily, as FlyQuest, all right. I think they're done with this. Mondo is just on the phone in the laning phase. It's just rude. And now Broken Blade could be in trouble. Let's see whether the Soul Flare is going to do enough. They have a fair bit of CC up here towards this top side, but they're going to need all of it. Wow. There he goes. Whippo able to get his revenge. The arrow not quite positioned in the right spot. But Caps still able to grab that first turret off. Get out of the way. Inspired has spent a lot of time with Shelly. And that is going to cost them both their outer turret bottom lane, outer turret mid lane, and a little bit more. Still, they were able to get outer on the top side as well in response. Is okay, Whippo looking for a bit of an angle, but they don't have the man advantage unless maybe the Requiem can try and turn that. Caps down relatively low. Whippo out of cooldowns for the minute.
With that structure, they got a lot of vision control, and FlyQuest, Whippo does have the flash, but Caps wisely not going to be tempting fate in this one, but he doesn't see.
Yeah, there's the Dominus, and he gets back around. That actually looked really cute there, Whip. Hair, you know, because the arrow went by and he caught the breeze, and then he had to adjust the hair back again. Beautiful.
Starting up this Dragon FlyQuest, yeah, at least thinking about it, and Whip was like, I don't know what's going on over here at all, but that will be a first Mountain Dragon going over towards G2, making Broken Blade that much more difficult to take down, and the rest.
Finding himself caught in a few more positions so far this series is Broken Blade getting cut down by Whippo once again. Let's see whether he can actually finish the job. The answer is probably not, and then Broken Blade spends some time standing still and then gets all of his health bar back, and then Whippo has to do it again, unless...
Yike.
Yeah, Yike is going to come in and ruin his day. Whippo does press the R button. Let's see what he can get done here. Yike is just dead. He is eaten by a crocodile, and now Broken Blade is also struggling. Has to flash away, and Hansama sinks his arrows in and is able to take him down. Now Quad taking matters into his own hands as well, and I don't know whether that was necessarily the right move as the... Damn, Whippo's an absolute monster here in this top lane, but still, I think that one works out for G2.
Yeah, just seeing the way that he's starting to build this means that he's doing so much damage to all of these individuals. He has a ton of burst, and unfortunately, the Crescent Guard only helps you against range champions. It does not give you the same. Already got 2 items completed. Inspired has 2 items completed. We see Quad on the 2, and here's another member.
This is going to be very difficult for him to get out of, as he does have a door, but they were already in the house, unfortunately. Hansama taken down to about 50%, as it's a decent Mega Inferno Bomb, and now FlyQuest should be able to get towards this outer turret and take that one down somewhat quickly, not even needing the satchel charge there for the execution as Hansama. Ooh, mini stun into the wall there as well. He is able to back away. Is this Requiem going to do enough is the question. No, it's not, but still, he's going to be out of the fight. Caps completes an Infinity.
Has an opportunity to run up towards this Tri-Brush, but he would get spotted by the wave. Yeah,
he's an assassin as well. As now Inspired, can you actually win the 50-50 on this one? Yike looking to try and lock that one down. There it is for FlyQuest, and now Whippo's found the backline. Caps possibly in trouble. The slices, the dices, it doesn't work because he's so squishy. Flash out from the Mega Inferno Bomb, and these health bars are so low. Where is the Requiem? There it is. Is it going to get the kills? There goes Yike. So he's able to take down one, but can they get the rest of these low health bars? That's the question. Quad, now's your time. You can flash in and grab them this time. As Broken Blade, he's got a big old health bar, is now out of flash as the teleport is coming in, and Caps, he has a full health bar and he just wants to play Mario on FlyQuest. Masu, he's going to be the first one to go down, and now Quad just dives on top of the Braum. Okay, that's an interesting maneuver. Broken Blade will come in and just hits him with his breach. But first, we're going to check out this Dragon fight one more time.
Yeah.
We're going to need to focus on the picture-in-picture here as there's a teleport coming in, but this Baron is just going to be taken by G2. And FlyQuest now finding themselves closed in upon the... Karthus is nowhere near. Boostio realizing that he's not getting out as there's the Requiem to try and start this one off. Oh my goodness, Yike just explodes. And now Mickey, he's down to about 20% as well. Hansama's very, very low. Quad has been taken out though, and Whippo is not quite as tanky as other Renekton's, as we mentioned earlier. And Mega what? And now Inspired is going to take the Raptors. And FlyQuest, unfortunately, they lose out on the Baron. They lose out.
Opportunity that FlyQuest had to try and turn around this game. But like you said, Inspired nowhere nearby for that fight. That's going to be 2 inner turrets going down. That's going to be 2 inhibitor turrets also probably falling here as Broken Blade has enough HP that he can just take this and not care whatsoever. Cap's going to take the top side at the same time, and 2 inhibitors going down out of nowhere. This game was so even for so long here, Alice, and suddenly G2 is in total control.
Yeah, that's a 6,000 gold Baron Pal.
Flashes over the wall.
Yeah, just flashing over the wall.
Recreationally.
Having a good time. He will get back towards the rest of his teammates. But like you say, this is just going to be the last inhibitor. There is a conga line of buffed up super minions making their way towards the nexus of FlyQuest. And even though game number 1 went so incredibly well, the fairy tale seems to be over for the North American squad as G2 will take down the nexus and keep their dreams and their key alive here at EWC, and FlyQuest, unfortunately, gonna have to go home. It does mean we have regional representation from everyone moving towards the semifinals. And
These were some of the best highlights from the 2024 Esports World Cup quarterfinals. Which moment was your favorite? Let me know in the comment section below. This is OP, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.